Alrighty, folks, in today's psychological lecture, we're essentially going to be talking about having complete psychological and emotional control and actually meaning the words that come out of your mouth. Now, this is a topic that I've obviously mentioned in a lot of my videos before, and some of you guys might ask, like, okay, what does that mean, Salman? Like, what do you mean when you say having psychological control? When I mean having psychological control, I mean anytime you say something or a word comes out of your mouth, you immediately act on that thing. Now, some of you guys are probably asking, what the hell does this have to do with day trading, right? How does this have any effect to day trading? The reason why it has any effect inside of day trading is because of the fact when you, right, for example, take an execution, you lose that execution, what ends up happening, right? You end up becoming wired in your brain and confused, right? Because you're like, okay, well, what now, right? And then your mind plays tricks on you to take another execution based off of things that were never there. But if you were to start thinking into your brain and start saying out loud, I'm only going to take one execution, what ends up happening by you saying that is you have psychological control if you actually follow what you thought in your mind and what the words that came out of your mouth was. And this is a skill set that I realized is basically critical inside of day trading. Having multiple payouts will not guarantee your longevity inside of trading. Hitting a very good trade or even hitting multiple good trades will not guarantee your progressive linear career as a whole inside of day trading, right? None of these things will ensure that you actually can build a career inside of day trading other than the fact of having complete emotional and psychological control inside of day trading. And why I preach these psychological tactics so much is because it's what changed me. I was in probably even a worse shoe than what you guys were in. I was in so much debt. I had no psychological control. I had no discipline in my life. I didn't go to the gym. I was fat. I was lazy. I had laundry sitting in my room. I had everything bad. So when I speak to you guys about these things, it's out of experience, and it's out of experience of what was able to change me to actively start getting payouts. Majority of the videos I make are for people with already an established strategy, but are in that time horizon of just saying, I don't know what to do, and I'm helpless, and I'm hopeless. How can I get better at this thing? And I understand your frustration, but you need to identify what your individual problems are, and then from there have the discipline to tell yourself, now I have psychological and emotional control. And it's like, okay, it's critical for you to be able to identify these things and get better at a fast rate. And the way that you can do that is by having the internal discipline to do the things you know you should be doing every day, right? And it's the basic things that you guys all know, but you just don't. And you have this laziness inside of you and the spirit of laziness that won't allow you to change what your life is right now. And what I'm telling you is the consistency aspect of actually being able to make a lot of money. The consistency aspect of being a funded trader that gets multiple payouts. The consistency aspect from all of these individual things all comes from the basis of you thinking certain things in your head. And how you think about trading, how you think about psychology, how you think about stepping away after a trade shapes you into obviously having a longevity based career inside of trading, right? And it's like, how long, and this is the thing, like if you all want to gauge how long it's going to take you to become profitable and start getting payouts, the easiest and fastest way to gauge it is by just asking yourself, how long is it going to take you to start having discipline with your life and every realm and aspect of your life? That laundry that's been sitting in your closet for 2 weeks, how long is it going to take you to, when the thought of doing the laundry comes into your brain, you actually do it? How long is it going to take you to say to yourself, I'm going to go to the gym at 3, and then 3 o'clock comes along, and you actually go to the gym? Not just, okay, I'm going to the gym at 3, 3 o'clock comes around, okay, let me scroll TikTok for 10 more minutes. Because when you do those things and you allow that small time horizon to add on, what ends up happening is you remove the aspect of discipline with the words that come out of your mouth and the thoughts in your brain, right? And when you have that, it's very hard for you to step away after a loss because you have no sensation of discipline in any aspect or realm of your life. Your mind manipulates the way that you think constantly. So if your mind is constantly manipulating yourself and you can't actually build the discipline to say to yourself, I'm going to do something at X time and actually do it at X time. I'm going to do Y at Y time and actually start acting on that thing. How do you expect to step away after a loss? You have no psychological or emotional control. So it confuses me when people come to me and ask me, Salman, how do I build psychological control inside of day trading? And I'll look at them up and down, and they'll be 300 pounds. The room is dirty. Their car is dirty. They have cans and shit all over their car. They wait till the last minute to do everything instead of just acting on that thing when the thought comes into their brain. And I want you all to really set the intention for all the people who consistently watch my videos, and maybe you're starting to see betterness come out of your life. I want you all to really challenge yourself, and anytime a thought comes into your brain of doing a specific thing, you go act on that thing. I struggled with this for so long, and this is why it took me so long. I don't preach these things and all of these lessons to you because I just randomly want to talk about these things on YouTube. No, it is what actually saw and where I saw the most amount of progression in my life. When I started acting on these things and having the external discipline every single day to show up, remove the aspect of laziness out of my life, remove the aspects of fear and emotion, and just simply act. This is also why I preach to push yourself to the limit. A lot of people on YouTube, on TikTok, on every of these platforms will claim that they're a profitable day trader, and then they'll say, and they'll preach to you guys, yeah, it's okay to take breaks. Saturday comes along, yeah, Saturday and Sunday, allow that to be a mental reset, don't work at all. And my thought process with all of it is, fuck no, you don't have time to take breaks. You don't have time to do these things. Your goal and your objective is to make as much money as fast as possible. A lot of people forget why they day trade, right? They think they want to have the best strategy or the best win rate. Oh, I want to bottom tick and top tick trades. Or I want to do X execution. Or I want to trade like this. Your whole intention to trade, the reason why you even got into trading in the first place, is to have freedom and to make a lot of money. That's the whole reason. So I want you to remember, if you want that at a fast rate, not with luck, not taking random times, oh yeah, you'll be profitable in 2 to 4 years. That's such a dickhead mentality. No, you can be profitable tomorrow. If you have a well-established enough strategy and you have psychological and emotional control, you can be all of you guys that are watching this video right now are capable of being profitable tomorrow. Not the following day, not in 2 to 4 years, not in 10 years. No, you just need to start taking action within your life, showing up every single day, genuinely trying your best, paired with having the discipline to act on words that come out of your mouth and the thoughts in your brain. I guarantee you, I'm going to ask you guys all a question right now. What is the thing that you've been putting off that you know you should have done in the last couple of weeks? It's with random things too. I lost my license like years ago. And I still to this day don't have my physical license. This is what kept me unprofitable. These little things where I just was so lazy to just go to the DMV and go pick up the copy of my license. Or sitting in my room saying I'm going to go to the gym in an hour goes along. I've been doom scrolling that past hour too, right? And then the hour comes along, right? 3 p.m. comes along, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just doom scroll for 15 minutes more. 3:15 comes along. Then it's like, okay, 5 more minutes. Then 3:20. Then I start getting ready for the gym. It takes me 10, 15 minutes to get ready for the gym. Then I go to the gym. Then I just missed out on an hour of my day just because of that simple little action. Paired with anytime something would come out of my mouth, I didn't actually mean it. So this is what I'm saying is this is all of your lives, and I know it's your lives because I lived it as an unprofitable day trader back then. Obviously now I make a shit ton of money off trading, but what I'm telling you is if you want change at a rapid rate, right? If you want to have control over your life, it's a different thing, right? These guys will on social media will preach to you guys, you don't need to work that hard to be profitable. I agree to some extent, but it's everything equal and opposite forces, right? So if you don't want to be profitable that fast, you can put in less work. 1 + 1 will always equal 2. 2 + 2 will always equal 4, right? Inputs leads to outputs. The more inputs you do, the larger the output is, right? So you can put less inputs in. You can't expect to get to the output faster or the outcome of making money and finding your edge inside of trading and showing up every day and actually being consistent and being able to take action with your life and understand when you are going to be profitable. I can be here and be a shit muncher and say, yeah, you know what, guys, this is how I would do it. This is the strategy. You don't have to work that hard. You can put in minimalistic effort. But if I say that to you guys, like all of these other influencers on this app, I am doing a disservice to you. Your goal, I want you all to remember this because some of you guys have been trading so long and been failing, but your goal, the reason why you got into this space in the first place is to make the most amount of money as fast as physically possible. That's what the goal of life is. The same reason why I'm on this app giving you guys advice, the same reason why you're trading, everyone in the world's goal is to make as much money as fast as possible. That's the goal, right? So if that's your goal, you need to show up every single day, try your hardest, try your best, and put in the most amount of pressure and stress that you have ever tolerated in your life. Because stress is what changes men at a fast rate. And learning from your mistakes also helps you change at a fast rate. So how can you put in more inputs to fix your problems faster? Backtesting, forward testing, taking live executions, journaling, reviewing your journal, focusing and prioritizing psychology. When words come out of your mouth, you mean every word. Nothing you say right now and nothing that comes out of your mouth means anything to anyone. This is also why you're depressed. Because you don't even respect yourself. You don't have enough internal respect to yourself to actually mean the words that come out of your mouth. So you're going to sit in the same position in life, in the same position in day trading until this alters. And let's say you're saying to yourself, you know what, someone's right, but I don't really want to put that much effort in. Then expect to fail. This is what I'm saying. You can't expect change at a rapid, fast rate without putting in your genuine best. So if you are sitting at home right now and you've been living the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of trading the exact same way, what do you think your solution will be? Do you think it's not a solution, and do you think the pill that will solve your sickness definitely won't be trying your genuine best, creating a relationship with God, backtesting, forward testing, journaling every single day, showing up every day no matter how you feel, no matter, oh, I blew my funded account, no. And start actually meaning the words that come out of your mouth? Do you think that will affect your life in a positive manner or a negative manner? I want you to answer out loud right now to yourself. Do you think internally that will affect your life in a positive or negative manner? If you answered anything but positive, click off this video, G. So, you guys all know how to create solutions for your problems. You just think you're hopeless and helpless. Oh, bro, I took one loss on my funded account. Bro, you lost $300. On a funded account, simulated capital, it's not even real capital. You lost $300 on that account and you think it's all over. And the reason why that is because of the fact that no word that comes out of your mouth, you actually mean. So you're expecting these changes to happen and you're expecting profitability to come. You're expecting consistency to come. You're expecting change to come without actually applying any of these things. And then you end up becoming depressed internally because you've just been doing the same thing. Jumping on that funded account, immediately full porting it. What's the problem there? Why does that happen? That happens because no word that comes out of your mouth you mean. And I'm not talking about the discipline to say, oh yeah, bro, I have discipline. I go to the gym every day. Going to the gym is easy. You go show up and you pick up some weights. You know what's hard? Waking up at 6 a.m. You know what's hard? Going to do that laundry. You know what's hard? Respecting your mom when she tells you to go put the dishes away. That's where you actually get tested with discipline. And that's where I got tested. And that's why it took me so long. Because it took me so long to get to that shift in my mentality of saying, okay, I understand I have no emotional or psychological control. How do I fix this? And I sat there and I reflected for a long duration of time. And after hours of reflection, I finally told myself, wow, it was all that easy to just tell myself, yeah, let me go put that laundry away. Yeah, let me go help my mom with the dishes. And I'm saying these things, and a lot of you guys probably are saying to yourself, that doesn't mean anything. I'm gonna go change my strategy. That's probably what it is. Where has your thought process led you to? And where has my thought process led me to? I don't say this out of ego. I'm not saying this to get you mad. I'm not saying this to try to hate on you. Where has your thought process led you to life? And where has my thought process led me to life? Your thought process, you're on this video right now watching this video because you're still unprofitable. My thought process has gotten me to multiple six figures in payouts, as well as growing a Discord community and turning hundreds of people towards profitability. If that's not enough credibility for you to start taking action with your life and actually do the things that are coming out of my mouth, then bruv, you are going to live the exact same existence. And I love you guys, and I genuinely want change out of you at the fastest rate of return. So in order for you to actually start changing, you need to respect and follow what you set out for yourself. And anytime something in a word comes out of your mouth, you need to respect that thing and do that thing. For example, you have a clear set of trading rules. A lot of you guys watching this video, okay, trading rules, they're easy to follow. And then when it actually comes down to it, you can't follow them. Why? Why is that? The reason on why that is because of the fact when anything comes into your life, you gotta go do the laundry, you gotta go wash the dishes, you gotta do anything that's difficult on discipline, you can't do it. So what would your solution be to following your trading rules? Build discipline within other aspects of your life, and then from there, they end up trailing inside of your life. That is the fastest way to get good at this shit. That is the fastest way to make money. That is the fastest way to conquer your mind psychologically. That is the fastest way to see consistency within the markets. That's the fastest way to scale. There's no net negative. By being more disciplined and meaning any word that comes out of your mouth, there is absolutely no negative to that being an occurrence. So the choice is yours. If you want to sit in the exact same shoes that you've been in for the last couple of years of your life, or you want to actually start taking action and actually do the things that are coming out of my mouth right now. Ask yourself, you know deep down internally, inside of the back of your brain, you can name at least 3 to 5 things that you've been putting off in your life. Whether that be, oh, I need to go get a gym membership. I know I haven't been going to the gym. Oh, you know what? I have laundry in my closet sitting there. Or you know what? That dish has been sitting in front of my desk right there for the last day or two. Let me go put it away. Oh, you know what? My mom told me to do the dishes yesterday. I didn't do it. You know what? X or Y or whatever circumstance that's mentally difficult on your discipline, go do it right after this video. If you can't even just get the discipline to do that, how are you ever going to expect change? It might be even building a relationship with God. I think God as a whole and building a relationship with God is probably the most beautiful thing on this planet because it teaches you internal discipline to show up every single day. I pray 5 times a day. I'm Muslim. And I have to find the discipline every single day to show up 5 times a day to pray my prayers. There's discipline within these things. God is all-knowing. There's reason why he tests you with this discipline to see if you're worthy of actually getting to the next level in life. So there's no net negative of building a relationship with God. Maybe that's your form of discipline for you to start actually seeing benefit and change in your life. And I'm not saying this shit's going to be easy, and I'm not telling you guys this shit's going to be easy. You're going to need to show up every day for a long enough duration, and then out of nowhere, it just becomes easy. My life was so difficult. It was mentally struggle. I mentally struggled so much. I had a bunch of shit going on in my life. I had to work a job, like all of you, but I didn't sit here and pout all day. I just did. I did. I took action, followed my trading rules, figured out what my psychological problems were, fixed my strategy, built my strategy, did all of the things I know I should have done. And because I did those things and built my relationship with God and showed up every day and started praying and started bettering my life, it was like an upward spiral. Out of nowhere, everything in my life just became awesome. There's no aspect of my life that is shit right now. I want that to be a realization for you guys. I can't name one aspect of my life that is shit. I have a really fast car that majority of 19, 20-year-olds, even some 30-year-olds dream of having. And I'm going to go buy a supercar at the end of the year. I'm making so much money right now that I don't know what to do with it. I keep investing that money back into long-term portfolios, and I'm making even more money on that money. I'm helping hundreds of people towards profitability. I get endless glaze from people saying, Salman, you are literally the best. You're helping me out so much. It's like an upward spiral. And the only thing holding you back from greatness is actually taking the time of sitting there and saying, I'm going to try my best. So the choice is yours. How long is it going to take you to get to that point? That's how long it'll take you to become profitable. Right? You all have the question right now, Salman, how long is it going to take me to get to profitability? However long you want it to take. However long it's going to take you to show up every day, journal, backtest, forward test. Understand what your individual psychological problems are. Fix those psychological problems. Have discipline to mean every word that comes out of your mouth. Show up every single, do everything to the best of your ability. Why would God give you more than what you have right now if you don't show him you are worthy of more? I want you to all think about, why would God give you more than what you have right now if you are not worthy of more? Because you don't try your best. You half-ass this shit, you have one foot into the water, one foot out, and you genuinely don't try. And you're expecting some change out of your life. Unfortunately, life has never operated that way. You actually have to try and put in more effort than the 99% of demographic of day traders that fail in order to build a career inside of this. That's it, my friends. That's all for this psych lecture. I'm going to constantly be pushing these videos out because I know it is the true solution to all of your problems. No guru shit. I link my Discord in the bio if you guys want to buy it. I don't care. You buy it or not, it doesn't affect my life. It has no effect on me. Do whatever you want to do, but there's no guru shit here. There's no me telling you, oh yeah, there's this strategy. Once you apply the strategy, you're going to make a shit ton of money. I don't give a fuck about that shit. And every shit-munching guru on here wants to preach those things, and it pisses me off because it only takes you farther away from profitability. Wake up. Wake up. Do you think there's a 100% win rate strategy out there? Do you think there's just random thing, this one technical thing that's just sauce? And once you apply that one technical thing, oh yeah, my life's going to be easy. I'm going to get so many payouts. No. It's not how life works. It's not how trading works. That's not how anything has ever worked. If you think it's that easy, then you're a dimwit. And you should probably switch careers. It's never been that easy. It never will be that easy. You need to genuinely put your all into this. You are literally working at 10 to 20% maximum occupancy that you could be working at. Maximum capacity, I should say. So that's your problem, and that has always been your problem. Bruh, trading is hard because of this. You put in 10% work. And you should expect 10% results. If you put in 100% work and you genuinely try your best, you will get back as much as you give. This is how exchange of life works. It has never been different. If you genuinely try your best, you get back the best. That's how my life has been. That's what I learned. Unfortunately, this shit doesn't come easy. You have to mentally struggle. You have to go through things that majority of people are incapable of doing. That's why the statistic of failing day traders is so high. 99% fail because of the fact that they can't mentally endure the pain and struggles of learning from your mistakes. Same reason why majority of the world is fucking obese. No one has the discipline. It's very easy to win today, my friends. It's very easy to win. In a world full of dopamine and shiny object and all of these different things, it's so easy to win. Everyone is distracted. So you need to ask yourself, what are you going to be doing differently than the vast majority of people? And that is how you win.